So here we are in the hall. This is really where the significant construction projects started, where we really started changing things and changing the feeling of the space. So what we started with was creating this skylight. The ceiling was a completely flat ceiling, and this space was really quite dark, and it felt closed and cramped and a little bit claustrophobic. So we worked to really make the most of what we've got. The walls are cinder block. We didn't move any of those walls. But what we did do, not too much anyway, what we did do is we opened up this space. We left the roof rafters in place, and what you just saw. And as a result, what we get is an opening where you feel a little bit contained by the rafters. There's a little bit of an energetic container, but a sense of something going beyond that. We also began to play with some of the rounding of corners, closing them off here, working with sconce lighting. All of those ideas really started here, including putting in larger baseboard. A lot of these ideas, working with warmer colors. This is really where all of these ideas began. Peter, do you want to say something about so I kind of let Peter play with some of the sacred geometry of this particular space.
Because we were using an existing space, there was only so much we could do. But because I was creating an opening in the roof, I used the phi ratio to determine the opening there, the size of it, so that each side of the opening was a phi ratio proportion of the room that it was above. So the relationship that exists in the room helps to hold a relationship that exists in nature, which is in balance. So there is a energetic balance that exists in the room that anyone can feel and use before they enter the two main rooms in the building.
We also put the phi ratio in this display cabinet. So the shelves are on a particular grid arrangement that reflects a spiral, a golden spiral. And then as well, in terms of design, I designed these chairs because what we're doing is we're trying to make the most out of a given space. This is a gathering point for people after dances and events. It turns out it's an important social gathering point. There's a water fountain here, the bathroom is here, the kitchen is here. And so what we wanted was furniture that could be kind of disappear and appear, and a good solution were these really nice little chairs where you have a chair or you don't. And our friend Rob did a really good job of executing the design. Basically you've got kind of a two-way spring with gravity and a lot of durability. And then as well, the source for heat in this space is this radiator here. So if I sit here on a cold day, this radiator is going to warm my butt. And so it's very nice for people who've just come in from our 3rd Street entrance, which is the main entrance for people coming and using the main two studio spaces on the west side of the building. So this is the hall where people come in, and then what we do is we ask people to take their shoes off, which protects the floor, also kind of creates this special feeling. And what we've had is community events here for 19 years, weekly or bi-weekly dances. And we've always had boards here for people to put up their information. And this is one of the few places in Boulder where it's really available for people to put up flyers and cards and so on. And then we ask people to take their shoes off. They'll take their shoes off in the winter, as I mentioned. There's warming right here on these chairs. And one of the smartest things we did actually was to take out the carpet and put in tile. It makes a big difference on an entrance when you have this kind of volume of people coming through. One of the smartest things we did. What we've also done is we remodeled the bathroom. It's one of the very first things we did. We put in some really nice tile that's made by a local artisan. We were able to get seconds and make the bathroom a little bit nicer. And then the kitchen, when we first bought the building, there was no kitchen. And I was able to salvage a whole bunch of cabinets, a big three-gang sink, dishwasher, which is still running, all in 1993. So the kitchen basically is recycled. Now we enter the big room, which is where the dances have been happening for 19 years.